On this podcast, we talk about the books, both old and new, that are worth putting on your to-be-read list. I'll include the back cover synopsis, content warnings, as well as my pro and con list. To avoid any spoilers, head over to my Instagram at enjoylifewithme.angela. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these books. Let's jump in for the day. Today we're going to be talking about My Phony Valentine by Courtney Walsh, which is the first book in the Holidays with Hart series. The back cover synopsis says, a chance meeting, a hunky hockey player, a fake romance, hardly an ordinary day in the life of Poppy Hart. My days usually consist of agonizing over my failing restaurant, worrying about my mountain of debt, and nursing my broken heart. Everything changes when I bump into a man in the coffee shop and claim him as my new boyfriend. To my absolute horror, he turns out to be hockey player's most renowned bad boy. To my absolute delight, he goes along with my story. When his no-nonsense manager and meddling grandmother jump in the picture, they see a win-win solution for my failing restaurant and Dallas's less than stellar reputation. A full-fledged fake romance complete with contract negotiations, pretend dates, and phony PDA. But as I get to know the real Dallas Burke, who is not the man the press say he is, it becomes clear that if this isn't real, someone better tell my heart. This is a contemporary romance. It's dual point of view, but most of it is Poppy's perspective. It is opposites attract, fake dating, and the famous money person trope. The intimacy's moderate, there are makeouts. Language is mild, 9 times I believe, and the violence, it is super mild because it happened in the past. It's off page. Potential triggers. There is some bad parents walking out and being a criminal. The gossipy, rude, small town people being conned out of your life savings, and then a teammate walking around naked in the locker room. It's not descriptive, it just, you know what's happening. The con is that the cringy awkwardness, it's a bit tough to read. Sometimes, it's hard when you're not invested in the characters yet. But I knew my friend loved this book, so I pushed through chapter 1, and I really did enjoy this book. Hence, it's on the podcast. I don't talk about books I don't like. On the pro side, it was hilarious. Some of my favorite quotes were, I don't know him well enough to know these things for certain, so instead I'll jump to conclusions and fill in the blanks. Because obviously that's what we do. It's called overthinking people. Or it says, what are the odds? Actually, considering how small of a town Loveland is, the odds are pretty good. Or the conversation she has, you're going? My first outing with my new hip. Is it safe? I frown. She shrugs. You should probably come along to be sure. That's not fair, I groan. But you'll come? Fine. She grins. Good girl. The truths that you find in this one were great too. To change course after you've already set out in one direction, that takes guts. Also, entrepreneurs are the only people who work 80 hours a week to avoid working 40 hours a week. Or you choose your friends, not your parents. You're not responsible for them. Or not wasting a single moment, not taking any bit of this life for granted. The one that says, you deserve to be happy, no matter the lies that you've repeated in your head over the years. I did not raise you to think less of yourself. Or, as smart as Rhea is, all of her advice comes from a place of hurt. But I got hurt too. Everyone gets hurt until they heal, and then it's time to try again. Otherwise, we all end up sad and alone. Because, shockingly, Valentine's Day is way less horrible when you're actually in love. And it was super cute. There's just a lot of really cute things, like not letting her fall when they're skating, or when he says, I'm only thinking about what I'll gain. Which is what? You, he says simply. You are all I want. I mean, what else does a girl need to hear? And my favorite part was the closure you get in the epilogue. Loved it. Love when authors give epilogues. It's my favorite. Anyways, I hope you will jump over to my social media accounts, enjoy life with me, Angela. All of the clickable links are going to be in the show notes. I'd love to hear what your favorite Valentine read is. I would love to hear if you've read this series, because it's been out for a little bit, and what you want to hear about next. As always, happy reading.